Hello, my love, and welcome back to the channel. And if you are new here, I am Kay, an astrologer, numerologist, and spiritual witch here on YouTube. Listen, if you've been attracted to this video, take this as your confirmation from your own spirit guides and angels that you were meant to receive it. Check out the new book by me also, Make It Happen, How to Manifest Anything. The link is in the description box below. Let's get into your video. Hello Scorpio, and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome. It's great to have you here. So look, Scorpio, what I see for you for your horoscope for the month of October is a brilliant month where it really is your time. And this is because we're going to have a new moon in Scorpio, but it's not any new moon, it's actually an eclipse. So as we get to that part of the month, I will let you know more. But as we start the month, what we've got here on the screen is the chart for the full moon and how the universe is going to look. At the start of October, the sun is actually going to be in the sign of Libra. So for you, it could be that where you are feeling held back in life, this is where the sun is really blessing. So over on the chart, we've got the sun down the bottom circled in black, and just opposite that, we've got the moon circled in black also as well. So this is the full moon. Now the sun from where he is going to shift up and go all the way around to house 12. So when we talk about where you're feeling held back, Scorpio, this is things like anything that you feel is not going your way, anything that you've got as a block personally, or other situations, people, places and things that you may feel is blocking you. This could all be unlocked because you've got the sun blessing here. By the time we actually get to the full moon, which is going to be on the 9th of October at 8:55 p.m. This is GMT, my local time, and it will be at 16 degrees of Aries. So as we can see in black, we've got the moon up on the right left hand side, 16 degrees of Aries, down the bottom, the sun at 16 degrees of Libra, giving us the full moon. Now, what's going on around this time of the month is the universe is giving us all an opportunity to really heal something. And why I see this is because we've got the moon up where we've got number 2 in the arrow circled in black, and next to that, to the right hand side, we have the asteroid Chiron. Chiron and the moon will form a wonderful conjunction, and when planets come together, or energies in this case, because Chiron is an asteroid, not a planet, when they come together and they form a conjunction, their energies are merging and working as one. So the moon is a representation of how we feel, and Chiron is the asteroid that will heal wounds. Now for Scorpio, this is going to be happening for your part of your chart, which deals with how you earn money. Any services that you give to other people, or how you are of service to somebody else. Is also your area of your personal health and any disputes that you've had, and our pets actually come in this part of our life as well. So around the full moon, what I'm seeing for everyone is this chance to heal, and it really looks like if you've had any kind of issues with how you've been earning money, Scorpio, or if you've been looking at your financial situation thinking, okay, what can I do to earn any money? If you've had disputes with people, or even if your health has not been too great, your physical health, the full moon could be a good time where this kind of comes around and it kind of heals, or you experience some kind of positive change with this. Now this same week during the full moon, what we've got here is Mercury, which is down the bottom on the chart, circled in blue by the number 3. This is the planet that deals with our thoughts, our communication, and also IT. He has been in retrograde, which you may be aware of, and he is going to turn direct, okay, this full moon, and it will be for you in your part of your life where it's about your hopes, dreams, important people that you deal with. In other words, what we call the 11th house. So when we talk about important people, these are people or even situations, places or things linked to people who you have a connection with, but it's non-romantic. The reason why we call them important people though, even though they're not romantic, is because normally we have some kind of connection with them. So this could be co-workers, this could be your associates, this could even be people on social media that you have as friends that you really click with, that you don't necessarily, see in real life. Business partners, anybody who can basically offer you something, or you can offer them something. You have a supportive relationship, but they're still a very important person. So your hopes and dreams would obviously be what it is that you want. So while this planet has been in retrograde, if you've had some miscommunication or lack of communication, or things haven't been very clear, or even travel problems, you know, this could all clear up and it could turn, you know, very positive for you because Mercury is now direct. And if that hasn't resonated in your life, if you've had a very peaceful Mercury retrograde, which I hope you have, then at the same time, with Mercury turning direct here in this part of your life, it is a green light from the universe to basically say, you know what, think about your hopes and dreams, Scorpio. Think about those important people that you have connections with in your life and how this can move forward. Now, the second thing this full moon week is we've got the planet Pluto. So up where we've got the planet circled in green and the number 4 and the number 1, this is Pluto. This planet is what brings unexpected change and transformation in our life. This is slow, transformative energy. And also this would be a planet that you are linked to as a Scorpio. Now, he has been in retrograde and he's about to turn direct at 26 degrees of the sign Capricorn this full moon week. And this is going to be around your thoughts, travel, extended family. So your third house basically, and any communication that you have or what you're thinking or learning. Now, extended family like uncles, aunts, even people who are not blood relatives, but we have a close relationship with them, and so you can consider them family. So if you've been having issues with them, or if you've been trying to move forward with this part of your life, then again, with Pluto's direct motion, you may start to experience some transformative energy as we close out the year with this part of your life. So as we move forward and we've gone through the Aries full moon, we then get to what I'm calling your time, Scorpio, because it is the Scorpio new moon eclipse. So this is basically you, Scorpio, ruling everybody's new moon in the universe with your energy, but you could say it's on steroids. So your energy is going to be even more powerful because it is an eclipse. So the first thing to say is stand up. This is your time. The sun would also be in Scorpio at this point, so happy birthday to you Scorpios out there. And it really is, as we approach the end of October, all about you. So up on the screen we've got the new moon eclipse and how the universe is going to look. And if we see circled in black, we've got the sun and moon at 2 degrees of Scorpio, and we've also then got a third planet, Venus, at 2 degrees of Scorpio, giving us a stellium with 3 planets under your energy. So if you are a Scorpio who is born at the very start of the Scorpio season, you may feel this eclipse immensely because your sun is going to be, you know, around early degrees of the sign Scorpio. But even if you're born mid to the end of the season of Scorpio, it will still impact you and it's still very important to you because it's, you know, it's your time. But if you are an early born Scorpio, then, you know, this is most definitely something that's going to impact on you. Where we have the stellium, what we've got here is a new moon bringing new opportunities, and we've got Venus in the mix, which is a representation of our desires, our needs, our wants, love, money, art, beauty. She's a real peaceful, supportive and kind feminine energy that basically links us to what it is that we want. So she's in the mix with this new moon. Now, this new moon is also going to be around the south node. So if we look to the left of all the planets that are circled, you can kind of see like a horseshoe symbol. This would be the south node. So when we have an eclipse, it's either going to be north or south. And when it's south, this is a release. This is going to be an eclipse with a theme of letting something go. Something may depart all of our lives. But at the same time, because it is a new moon, what comes with that is opportunity and a fresh start, and sometimes quite fated endings, but new beginnings. So for you, Scorpio, obviously this is going to be around your first house. This is going to be around you. You are ruling this eclipse, and the Scorpio energy is all about passion. But personally for Scorpio, it's all about you. So earmark this week, 25th of October from 11:49 a.m. GMT. This is my local time. It could be the same day for you or the day before, depending where you are in the world. And once the moon is at 2 degrees of Scorpio with the sun and along with Venus, then we're going to have the eclipse. Now, this same week, what is going on as well is we've got one planet turn direct and we've got one planet go into retrograde. So Saturn, which is here on the screen circled in green by number 2, this is the planet that brings things like challenges, withdrawal. This is the planet that makes us mature, you know, and act very maturely. This is the planet that will, you know, help us to commit to things or be determined to move through any difficulties that we're having in life. He is about to turn direct under one of the signs that he is linked to in traditional astrology, and that would be Aquarius. So for you, Scorpio, what this means is your private life, your home life, and the recent past, what you call secure in your foundations. He is going to be turning direct around your 4th house, because he would have been retrograding and moving backwards and maybe pulling you back to situations, people, places and things to do with your private life, your home life, your family, the recent past, or what you call secure in life. Now, this is quite good news, and it's a really nice area to have Saturn turn directing, because, you know, our private life is very important to us. And when I say private life, this is things that we're not going to put on social media. You know, this is things that goes on with us, within us, you know, in our household, with who we live. And, you know, it's things that we're not necessarily going to share with everybody else. So if you have been feeling Saturn's energy bringing some kind of withdrawal, some kind of challenges, or even bringing you back to situations, people, places and things to deal with your 4th house, your family, your private life, or anything of the recent past, now could be the time that that energy eases. The second thing we've got circled in blue and the number 3, this is the planet Mars. He deals with our motivation, our determination, and in a person's birth chart, he can also represent their own sexual energy and how they control their anger. This is like the planet of war. Now, he is going to go backwards. He's going to form a retrograde when he gets to 25 degrees of Gemini this new moon week. So what does this mean for Scorpio? Well, this planet, again, is linked to you. You know, in traditional astrology, he was your ruler before the planet Pluto came along. And where he is forming this retrograde in the sign of Gemini, he is going to be around your shared area of life. So this is your 8th house. So when we talk about the shared areas of life, this is things like shared debts, taxes. You know, it's money that is ours, but not 100% ours, because we have to share it with someone. So it could be inheritance, or it could even be things like liabilities that you have to pay, like debts or taxes and stuff like this. Like, you have the money, is yours, but you need to pay it back or share it with someone else. Other things like, you know, your time that you share with people, that you give to people, even our shared sexual fantasies that we have with other people, it's anything that's shared will come here. This part of life also deals with transformation, and this is your house, Scorpio. This is your house that you would, in modern astrology, that you would really rule over. And it is about death and rebirth, which is a big, you know, energy that Scorpio rules over it as well. So this part of your life where Mars is going backwards and forming his retrograde, it could be for some of you, you experience a lack of motivation, you know, because this is the planet of motivation. After all, he's forming a retrograde. But for others of you, your motivation may increase when it comes to things like trying to clear your debts down, trying to manage your finances, dealing with any situations, people, places and things that you share your life with. So it could go either way, but you will be having an 8th house retrograde for the next couple of weeks while Mars is working his way backwards. And so another thing to take on board is that when a planet retrogrades, what it's essentially doing is drawing you back to situations, people, places and things in your life, depending on where the planet is forming this retrograde, and asking you to take a second look at things. So it is your shared area of life and your shared finances. And obviously the planet's energy will also be taken into consideration to give you an indication of what it is you should be doing. So if Mars is the planet of motivation, determination, anger, war, you know, sexual energy, you know, the message from the universe to Scorpio is go back to your shared areas of life, and are you going to be motivated to deal with situations, people, places and things that impact this, or are you going to take a step back, and is your motivation going to be, you know, less fluid, but at the same time are you going to be aware of things that you need to deal with in this part of your life? So finally, Scorpio, to close out your horoscope for the month of October, around the new moon week, towards the end of the month, as we close out October, he is going to go into Aries. He's been in retrograde and he is going to start at 0 degrees. So here he is down the bottom, circled in red, and he's at 0 degrees Aries. And when a planet is at 0 degrees, whether this is in your birth chart and you have this like myself, or you know someone, or whether it happens on a day-to-day basis like this during a transit or during an eclipse or a new moon or at any other point, that planet is offering us an opportunity to create a new chapter, depending on where it will fall in a person's chart. Now for Scorpio, this is going to be around you being able to create a new chapter around your money. money and how you earn money. So on the screen we've got here, we can see Jupiter circled in red down the bottom and the arrow by the 6th house. This is where he's going to be for you. So it's a real chance as we close out October to really go back to your finances and look at how you can earn money, you know, also your services or any services that you give to other people, how you can, you know, create a new chapter with this, and also with your health, because this is the house that covers health. If your health hasn't been 100%, now would be a good time to start a new chapter with this, because Jupiter is supporting you. Jupiter is the planet of luck, wealth. He brings fortune. He brings good times. He brings a lot of happy, abundant energy, and he will really expand any other planet or area that he is resting, even if he is in retrograde, going backwards, or he's in a forward direct motion. With this particular planet, me personally as an astrologer, he is just so positive, and his role in astrology is to be supportive, that it doesn't really matter whether he's in a forward motion or a backward motion. The only difference might be how quickly his, you could say his wealth or his health or his growth and expansion energy comes through. So if he's in retrograde, it might be a little bit slower than if he was in a forward motion. Then what he's going to do is on the 28th of October at around 6:09 a.m. he is going to move into the sign of Pisces, and I did do a video explaining exactly why having Jupiter in Pisces is such a beautiful and wonderful thing. The video may pop up here as I'm speaking now, or it might show at the end of the video, and you may want to go and check that out, because Jupiter under Pisces is what is going to help bring that good luck, fortune, expansion, wealth, positivity, and everything that Jupiter is about becomes magnified when he moves into this sign of Pisces, and it's really a good look. So I like to call this the Midas touch when we have Jupiter under Pisces, because it's like nothing can go wrong, you know, everything's going to be good, and he's going to give us a lot of help, and he's really going to, you know, line things up for us in how we need it to be. And for Scorpio, he is going to be touching around your house of dating, sex, romance, children, and creativity. So if you are a Scorpio who is dating someone, or you've been looking for someone to date, or you've been thinking about love, thinking about having fun, thinking about romance, you've got creative projects on the go, or even if you are someone who wants to conceive a child, or you have children already, because children come into this house, I would make the prediction that the end of October, if you are a Scorpio who's in that position, your luck will be in. You will have the Midas touch in this part of your life. So it is a good time to be dating, a good time to be, you know, trying to conceive your child if that's what you want, or maybe even working on your creative projects. So that's basically what I have for you, Scorpio. That's what I see for this sign. I really hope there was something here that managed to help you. If so, please do give the video a like, drop me a comment, you know, if you haven't already. It'd be great to hear from you. And if you're new here, then why not subscribe? I'd love to see you here again. And if you're someone who's coming back because you've been here before, then thanks so much for being here. Enjoy your eclipse new moon energy, Scorpio. Really enjoy this, because trust me, it is your time. And me personally, as an astrologer, I love when we have a full or new moon in Scorpio. I'm a big fan of your energy when we have amplified times in the universe like this, full or new moons. I must admit, the full moon is probably my preference, but a new moon under Scorpio is just wonderful. So enjoy it and have a wonderful birthday, and I will catch you in November for your horoscope then.